Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Babalian Money Show. Okay, look at this stack. It's not just for show. Over the past few years, I've read over 100 books on finance, investing, and wealth building. From dense academic texts to easy-to-read paperbacks, I've waded through them all. Why? So you don't have to. I wanted to distill the biggest, most impactful lessons from all this reading into one single video. Think of this as the ultimate financial highlight reel. Now, before we dive in, a quick but important disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please always do your own research and consider consulting with a professional before making any financial decisions. Your financial situation is unique to you. All right, with that said, let's get into the gold. The very first, and arguably most important, lesson that echoes through almost every single one of these books is this: master your mindset. It's not about complex charts or secret stock tips. It's about your psychology around money. Authors like Morgan Housel in The Psychology of Money and T. Harv Eker in Secrets of the Millionaire Mind drive this point home. Wealth isn't just about what you do. It's about who you are and how you think. Are you someone who sees money as a tool for freedom or a source of stress? Do you believe you deserve wealth, or do you have limiting beliefs holding you back? The most common mental block is fear. Fear of losing money, fear of making the wrong choice, fear of not knowing enough. This fear often leads to the worst possible outcome: inaction. You leave your money sitting in a low-interest savings account where inflation eats it away year after year. The second mental block is greed, which often leads to chasing get-rich-quick schemes or making overly risky bets you don't understand. The key is finding the balance. Be patient, be consistent, and understand that building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Before you even think about where to invest, you have to invest in your mindset. Start by identifying your own beliefs about money. Where did they come from? Are they serving you? This internal work is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Lesson number 2, pay yourself first. This is a classic for a reason. David Batch popularized it with his latte factor concept, and it's a cornerstone of George S. Clason's The Richest Man in Babylon. The idea is deceptively simple. Before you pay your rent, your bills, your groceries, you pay yourself. This means the very first transaction after you get your paycheck is a transfer to your savings or investment account. It's not about saving what's left over after spending. It's about spending what's left over after saving. Why is this so powerful? Because it automates your success. By making saving automatic and non-negotiable, you remove willpower from the equation. We've all been there. You tell yourself you'll save whatever is left at the end of the month, and surprise, there's nothing left. By paying yourself first, you prioritize your future self. Even if it's just a small amount to start, the habit is more important than the amount. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking to your investment account for the day after you get paid. You'll be amazed at how quickly your accounts grow when you're not even thinking about it. You adapt your spending to what's left, not the other way around. It's the single most effective trick to building wealth consistently over time. Okay, lesson 3, and this one might be a bit controversial for some. Your income is less important than your savings rate. We are obsessed with high salaries. We think, if I just made 6 figures, all my money problems will be solved. But these books are filled with stories of doctors and lawyers who are broke and janitors who retire as multimillionaires. How? It all comes down to the savings rate, the percentage of your income that you save and invest. Someone earning $50,000 a year and saving 25% of it, $12,500, is building wealth faster than someone earning $150,000 and saving only 5%, $7,500. This concept, highlighted in books like The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley and William Danko, is liberating. It means you have control, regardless of your current salary. Your ability to build wealth is not dictated by your boss, but by your lifestyle choices. the key is to avoid lifestyle inflation. That's when your spending increases every time your income does. You get a raise, so you get a bigger apartment, a fancier car, more expensive dinners. Instead, if you get a raise, try to save and invest the majority of that increase. Focus on widening the gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is your wealth-building engine. Your savings rate is the most powerful lever you can pull on your journey to financial independence. Lesson number 4 is where things get really exciting. Harness the power of compounding. Albert Einstein supposedly called it the 8th wonder of the world, and nearly every finance book dedicates a chapter to it. It's the process where your investments generate earnings, and then those earnings generate their own earnings. It's a magical snowball effect. Let's make this real. Imagine you invest $100 and it earns 10% in a year. You now have $110. The next year, you earn 10% not on your original $100, but on the new total of $110. So you earn $11 and now you have $121. It doesn't sound like much at first, but over time, it becomes an unstoppable force. The 2 key ingredients for compounding are time and consistency. The earlier you start, the more powerful it becomes. Someone who starts investing in their 20s can easily end up with more money than someone who starts in their 40s, even if the late starter invests a much larger sum. This is why the advice "start now" is so urgent. Don't wait until you have enough money. Start with whatever you can. Compounding doesn't care about the initial amount. It cares about the time it has to work its magic. This is why patient, long-term investing always wins. Don't interrupt the compounding process by pulling your money out every time the market gets a little shaky. Let the snowball roll. So, where do you put this money to let it compound? That brings us to lesson number 5. Keep it simple and boring. For the vast majority of people, the best way to invest is through low-cost index funds or ETFs. This is the core message from legends like John Bogle, the founder of Vanguard, and it's championed by Warren Buffett himself. An index fund is a type of mutual fund that holds a little bit of everything in a specific market index, like the S&P 500, which represents the 500 largest companies in the U.S. Why is this so effective? First, it provides instant diversification. Instead of trying to pick the next winning stock, you own a small piece of the entire market. You're betting on the long-term growth of the economy as a whole, which has historically always gone up. Second, they are incredibly low cost. Actively managed funds, where a guru tries to beat the market, charge high fees that eat away at your returns. Overwhelmingly, studies show that most of these active managers fail to beat the simple index fund over the long term. Don't try to be a hero. Don't try to time the market. The winning strategy, repeated ad nauseum in these books, is to simply buy and hold a broad market, low-cost index fund and keep adding to it consistently, month after month, year after year. This strategy is called dollar cost averaging. It's boring, it's not sexy, and you won't have any exciting stories to tell at a dinner party. But it is the most proven, reliable path to building wealth for the average person. Lesson number 6. Know what you own and why you own it. This might sound like it contradicts the last point, but it doesn't. Even if you are buying a simple index fund, you need to understand what it is. You should know that you're buying a piece of the broad market economy, and you're owning it because you believe in long-term economic growth. This wisdom comes from investing giants like Peter Lynch, author of One Up on Wall Street. His mantra was to invest in what you know. While he was talking about individual stocks, the principle applies universally. If you decide to venture beyond index funds into individual stocks or other assets, this rule becomes 10 times more important. Never, ever invest in something you don't understand. If you can't explain to a 10-year-old what the company does and why you think it will be more valuable in the future, you should not own it. Don't buy something just because a friend recommended it or you saw it on the news. Do your own homework. This conviction is what will allow you to hold on during a market crash. When everyone else is panic selling, you'll be able to stay calm because you know the fundamental reasons why you invested in the first place. Lack of conviction leads to selling at the bottom, which is the cardinal sin of investing. And the final overarching lesson, number 7, is to design the life you want. Then figure out how money can serve that vision. This is the ultimate why behind all of this. Money is not the goal. Money is a tool. It's a tool to buy you freedom, options, and security. Books like Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez are brilliant at reframing this. They ask you to calculate your real hourly wage, factoring in commuting, work-related expenses, and de-stressing time. You then start looking at expenses not in terms of dollars, but in terms of the hours of your life you had to trade to afford them. Is that new gadget really worth 20 hours of your life energy? This perspective shift is profound. It moves you from mindless consumption to conscious spending. The goal isn't just to accumulate a big pile of money for the sake of it. The goal is to reach financial independence, a point where your investments generate enough income to cover your living expenses, so work becomes a choice, not a necessity. What would you do if you didn't have to work for money? Travel? Start a charity? Spend more time with family? Paint? That is your real goal. Define that vision clearly. Then, you can calculate your fee number and create a financial plan to get there. Your goals give your financial journey purpose and make the sacrifices along the way feel meaningful. So there you have it. The 7 core principles from over 100 finance books. Master your mindset. Pay yourself first. Focus on your savings rate. Harness compounding. Keep your investments simple and boring. Know what you own. And finally, design your life and make money your servant, not your master. If you can internalize and act on these principles, you are already ahead of 90% of the population. I truly hope this condensed wisdom helps you on your own financial journey. If you found this valuable, it would mean the world to me if you'd hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our future videos. We're building a community here at the Babalian Money Show, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Drop a comment below with the biggest financial lesson you've ever learned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.